Alright, well, good afternoon, folks. It is Nick Mulbauer here after a long break. I went on a couple trips out of state, and I went on a couple fishing trips when I got back, but I didn't film because I just wanted the pure pleasure of fishing without any editing or filming. I just wanted to get out and fish. I did manage to get my master angler crappie on one of those trips, which is so typical. The crazy stuff happens when you turn the cameras off, or the things you want to have happen. So don't have that on film, but I got a couple pictures of that crappie. But anyways, I'm out here north of Ames, and an old sand quarry turned into a public space. And I initially went out here looking for crappie deep, but I was just turning up nothing. So I was like, I need to get my confidence up here. I've never fished here yet this year. I have not fished here yet, so decided to turn shallow, and we're catching lots of largemouth bass. We'll see if that continues with the filming, but I probably caught five or six crappie, or 5 or 6 largemouth, and 1 crappie in a short time frame. So I thought I'd put the camera on and see if we can continue this trend. So we'll just see what happens. Maybe we'll have a video here. And there's one on that first cast like I was talking about. Probably another largemouth. They're not big yet. Nothing of size, but it's still a lot of fun just catching them. Oh, look at this. A smallmouth. Well, there you go, folks. This is only the 3rd smallmouth I've caught out of this pit. How about that for a first fish? A little smallmouth. They are rare out of here, but they do exist. I'm sure if you watch some of our other videos, I've caught that one, a dinky one, and then I caught one just over 22 inches out of here, and that fish was incredible. And that was before Ben and I ever started the channel, so. But they're in here. There's some big fish in here. It's a deep lake, and it grows some big fish. There's another one. I have new line on here, 8-pound. And I'm not very sure how strong it is, so I'm playing it very safe here. And I've been catching crappie and fighting crappie all spring, so I haven't really been fighting any large fish. So this is definitely different for me. This is pretty typical of what I've been catching. I don't even know how big they are. Probably in that 13 to 15 inch range. But they are a fun fight right now, and they're in numbers. So there we go. Another largemouth bass there. One of quite a few already. Water's very clear, so I'm using bait that is very natural in appearance. It's a 3-inch Fluke, and I got it on a pardon me. I got it on a 1/8 ounce jig head, which is way heavier than what I usually fish, and that's because, like I said, I was fishing deeper earlier, and you know, they don't seem to really care right now what the fall rate is, so I'm not gonna bother. Knew it. There's a bunch of bait fish out there, and they were startled by a fish, and they're very jumpy today, so hopefully we can keep them in. Look at this thing. He ain't having it. Look at this beautiful largemouth, folks. If I can get him. There he is. This is a new reel, so I do not want to ruin it. He was the guy startling all those bait fish. What a beautiful largemouth. He ain't bad. Let's watch him take off. The water's ultra clear, so we'll be able to see him take off, but not a bad fish at all. And there went another one. Look at all these bait fish. Just get a mouthful. Watch him swim them off. I gotta go grab a few more. Thousands of fry right here. He was spooking them, I think. Look at this, another smallie. I'll be darned. That's a really dark one. That's a first, folks. 2 smallmouth in one day. Here we go. Maybe the population's going up. Another little smallmouth. Still using that 3-inch fluke. We're just casting around shore, near shore, all the way out to about 10 feet of water. And they're all sitting around on the bottom. That was a hell of a run. Looky there, folks, that's a nice one. I think we'll get a measure on this one here. It's a nice fish. He'll make an appearance on the channel. Look at that guy. Not bad. A 3-inch fluke, still doing the job. Wow, these fish are just loving this thing. That's a big fish. Yeah, he's big. He's a pretty good sized one. He just jumped like 3 feet. And he's making a run. 18-inch fish for sure. I think, I don't know. Boy. They're keeping me busy today. Here he comes. 19. Boy, they're just slaying this 3-inch fluke. They cannot get enough of it. Look at that largemouth. Another beautiful one. God darn. Let him go. Let him get bigger. Down into the depths of which he came. What an evening of bass fishing. This might be the best day of bass fishing I've ever had. Here he comes. Oh my goodness. You're telling me. Said you're telling me. Hey. They're all big, nice fish too. Just waiting for one to break me off without the net. Putting that 8-pound line to freaking work. Oh my goodness, so many largemouth. There he is, folks. Another one. Just nice size fighting fish. Clear water, natural looking 3-inch fluke, and bass in the kayak. Craziness. What a evening of fishing. There it is. You need to know. 3-inch fluke, natural color, 1/8 ounce jig head. Just a generic one, not painted or anything. Alright folks, well I'm going to reel this one in real slow. I think Ben and I are going to fish a little bit longer, but it's getting pretty dark and I'm going to call it a day on the GoPro, so we'll see if we make a video. We definitely caught a lot of fish, but Ben said he wasn't feeling it, and I don't know if I am either, but still a wonderful outing, right? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was. We'll maybe make a video. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for joining us. We always appreciate your comments and your views and watching our stuff, and we hope you learned a thing or two. This is about as simple as it gets, just pitching swim baits into rocks and shallow, deep, and they're just biting, no problem this evening for us. So I just pitched the natural looking fluke all evening. Ben was throwing the jig and we were both catching bass, so it worked out. Anyways, I'm gonna pull this snag out I just got into, so you guys have a good one and we'll see you next time.